I want to talk to you about the movie The Deliverance that just came out, and so I saw some of the clips, and so I want to talk to some conversations that people have been having. One of the conversations that people have been having is, if I am a Christian, if I watch this movie, will I get a demon? Well, first of all, I believe that, Christians shouldn't watch scary movies unless the Lord tells you. I've had a few movies where I watch it as a deliverance minister to kind of see what if it was based off a true story. I watched some of the clips because it was based off a true story, and I'm in deliverance, and I really was interested in the woman's story. But this is something you shouldn't be watching. Me and my wife don't watch scary movies. The reason we don't watch scary movies is because you can open up demonic doors. Even though I love scary movies, there's a part of me that always liked scary movies. When I was a child, I used to love scary movies. I used to love watching horror films until I had a near-death experience. And while I was having that near-death experience, I was watching a scary movie, and I saw a spirit run through come out of the TV and run through the house. And so I saw it in my spirit. And so that's how it was a demonic presence that came out of that thing on TV. And so after that, I stopped watching scary movies and really didn't watch, stopped it. But I know that these movies can open doors, especially movies that are heavy in witchcraft, Ouija boards, things like that. And a lot of people become oppressed where they can't sleep at night. They're having demons attack them. They're constantly coming for deliverance just because they want to be or entertained by scary movies. Because maybe one time watching The Deliverance would not bring a demon. But if you're watching scary movies all the time, every day, you're watching those type of movies, you're not praying, you're not fasting, you're not repenting, you're not renouncing, and that's what you're consistently doing, then yes, you can open up a door, a portal to demonic entities that'll come in and bring disaster. You'll wake up with scratches, you'll wake up oppressed, headaches, sick, and things like that. But this movie was based off a true story. I lived in Indiana, and this woman, really all the stuff that happened in that movie happened. And one of the things that stuck out to me was the fact of, can a woman's child be possessed? Because many people don't talk about this, but as a teacher, I've seen this. Children can have demons. Even in the ministry of deliverance, I've seen this. Children can have demon spirits. Actually, most of the demons that we get as believers or as humans come as a child or before we was a child. Through generational curses, through the umbilical cord. And so one of the things about this movie, that what is set out, is that the premise that children can have demons, that haunted houses are real, that we can have a house that's actually haunted. In the movie The Deliverance, the house was haunted that they were living in. So that a house can be haunted. How does that happen? Haunted is that there's a demonic presence over that because of a familiar spirit. Familiar spirits that are attracted to certain areas. Maybe there was some type of witchcraft altar built because the person was maybe of another religious belief, or somebody died in the house, or some horrible thing happened in the house. That's how spirits stay in houses, because of demonic things that happen, and altars begin to get built there. Just like in the War Room movie, that woman had a prayer room in her house, and it opened up a godly portal. Demonic portals can be opened up in houses. That's what creates haunted houses. People being killed in houses, sacrifices, blood covenants, witchcraft altars, voodoo things happening in house, witchcraft Ouija boards. They open up and they draw spirits to houses, and that can cause a house to be haunted as well. Another thing we saw in the movie is that there was a pastor in the movie that didn't do deliverance. The grandmother went to the lady and she didn't do deliverance. Okay, so that lets us know that there are pastors, that's 80% of the church, and the danger of churches not casting out demons, when the Bible, every church should be casting out demons. Every church should be doing deliverance, because people are in that same situation and they don't have nowhere to go, and there needs to be churches that can cast out the devil out of the person. Okay, how that person, that demon the demon had a name. The demon cussed. The demon was that's what demons do. They cuss. They get violent, so that you are intimidated. But you have to know your authority. You have to know who you are in Jesus. The premise of using holy water. Holy water actually works. Using water, that's holy water and anointed oil, works in a deliverance. And then, of course, speaking in tongues at the end. That's the power of the Holy Ghost, the Pentecostal spirit, the spirit of Pentecost. Casting the demon out and going back to the hell where it came from, or into dry places where it came from. Demons will fight you. Demons will fight against you so that they won't have to leave. Demons do crawl up walls. The scene where the demon crawled up the wall backwards, that has happened before. That happens. That's rare, because demons, that's really possession. There's a difference between being oppressed and possessed. Those kids were possessed, and non-Christians can be possessed. They cannot be, only Christians are oppressed. Non-Christians can get possessed. And so that's just a few scenes from the movie Deliverance I wanted to talk about. I want you to subscribe to our channel and learn more about our teaching. God bless you.